Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday, May 15th, 2025 edition. I hope you're doing well. Today we'll be looking at the 1996 Score Select baseball card set. And as we go through them, I'm going to set aside a few of my favorite cards. Not the usual my favorite players, but just some of my favorite shots in the set. Just pictures taken that really stood out in my mind, and I'll tell you why as we go through this video. But here we go. Wade Boggs. Sean Green. Andres Galarraga, Bill Pulsifer, Chuck Knobloch, Ken Griffey Jr., Greg Maddux, Manny Ramirez, Pudge Rodriguez, Tim Salmon, Frank Thomas, War Eagle, from Auburn University. One of my favorite players of all time, and another one of my favorite players of all time, Jeff Bagwell. Jeff Bagwell and Frank Thomas were born on the same day, same year. Both first basemen, both won MVP awards. I think that's pretty cool. Travis Fryman. I love these cards. Love the wood border. I love the two pictures. I think this is a great set. Kenny Lofton. Matt Williams. Jay Bell. Ken Caminiti. Ray Lankford, Cal Ripken Jr., Roger Clemens, Carlos Baerga, Mike Piazza, Greg Jeffries, Reggie Sanders. Shout out to Robert Pop Springs. He's a Reggie Sanders fan. Rondell White. Sammy Sosa. Kevin Apier. Kevin Seitzer, Gary Sheffield, Hall of Fame pitcher Mike Mussina, Moose, Mark McGuire, my namesake Barry Larkin, Mark Newfield, Ishmael Valdez, Marty Cordova, Albert Bell, Johnny Damon, Garrett Anderson, Cecil Fielder, John Mabry, Chipper Jones, Omar Vizquel, Jose Rio, Charles Johnson, Alex Rodriguez, Rico Bronya, Joe Carter. Pull this up a little bit. Mo Vaughn, Moises Alou, Raul Mondesi, Robin Ventura, Jim Tomei, Dave Justice, Jeff King, Brian Hunter, Juan Gonzalez, John Olerud, Rafael Palmeiro, Tony Gwynn, Eddie Murray, Jason Isringhausen, Dante Bichette, Randy Johnson, Kirby Puckett, Jim Edmonds, David Cone, Ozzie Smith, Fred McGriff, Lenny Dykstra, no, Darren Dalton, I'm sorry, Edgar Martinez, JT Snow, Butch Husky, Hideo Nomo, Pedro Martinez, Bobby Bonilla, Jeff Conine, Ryan Klesko, Bernie Williams, Andre Dawson, Trevor Hoffman, Mark Grace, Benji Gill, Eric Karros, Pete Schurik, Edgardo Alfonso, Jay Buhner, Bones, Vinny Castilla, Bob Boone, Ray Durham, Brian Jordan, Jose Canseco, Paul O'Neill, Chili Davis, Tom Glavine, Julian Tavares, Derek Bell, one of the killer bees for the Astros, Will Clark, Larry Walker, Denny Nagel, Alex Fernandez, Barry Bonds, another one of my namesakes, Ben McDonald, Andy Pettit, Tino Martinez, Sterling Hitchcock, Royce Clayton, Jim Abbott, very inspirational, Ricky Henderson, Ramon Martinez, Paul Molitor, Dennis Eckersley, Alex Gonzalez, Marquise Grissom, Greg Vaughn, Lance Johnson, Ty Stottlemyre, Jack McDowell, Ruben Sierra, Brady Anderson, Julio Franco, Brooks Kieschnick, Roberto Alomar, Greg Gagne, Wally Joyner, John Smoltz. I think today is John Smoltz' birthday, so if you're watching, John Smoltz, happy birthday. I think it's your birthday. I think I read that. Hope I'm right. Jose Valentin, Russ Davis, Joe Vitiello, Sean Dunston, Frankie Rodriguez, Charlie Hayes, Andy Venus, BJ Surhoff, Dave Nielsen, Carlos Delgado, Walt Weiss, Mike Stanley, Greg Colburn, Mike Kelly, good shot of Ryan Sandberg, Lee Smith, El Presidente, Dennis Martinez, Bernard Gilkey, got Lenny Dykstra, Danny Tartable, Dean Palmer, Craig Biggio for my Astros, Hall of Famer, Juan Ace Vito, Michael Tucker, Bobby Higginson. This is a subset, still part of the set, called Lineup Leaders, but Ken Griffey Jr., pretty cards. Frank Thomas, Cal Ripken Jr., Albert Bell, Mike Piazza, my namesake Barry Sanders, Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa. Move on to the other side. Professor Greg Maddux, my man Jeff Bagwell, clean shaven. These are rookies. Great Hall of Fame rookie there, Derek Jeter, number 2 for the Yankees. We got Paul Wilson, Jason Schmidt, Jimmy Haynes, George Arias, Steve Gibraltar, Bob Walcott, Jason Kendall, Greg Zahn, Quentin McCracken, Alan Benes, Ray Ordonez, Livian Hernandez, Oswaldo Fernandez, Mark Barcelo, Sal Fasano, Mike Grace, Chan-Ho Park, Robert Perez, Todd Hollinsworth, Wilton Guerrero, John Wasden, Jim Pitsley, LaTroy Hawkins, Jay Powell, Felipe Crespo, Jermaine Dye, Bob Abreu, Matt Luke, Richard Hidalgo, Kareem Garcia, Marvin Bernard, Andy Fox, Terrell Wade, these are checklists. I think checklists are at their finest whenever they have a picture on them. A lot of checklists don't have pictures on them, but these do, and I like checklists that have pictures on them. See on the back, that's the checklist. But on the front, Frank Thomas, Ken Griffey Jr., got Greg Maddux, Mike Piazza, and last but not least, Cal Ripken Jr. And I forgot to pull out one of the cards I was wanting to talk about. See if I can find it real quick. Well, I can't find it real quick. So I'll just talk about these cards. First off, Chuck Knobloch. And why I pulled this card aside is I haven't showed y'all the backs. So there's the backs of the cards. And the reason I like this card is I like cards that feature people blowing bubble gum. So Chuck Knobloch blowing bubble gum, that stands out to me. Next card that stood out, I like the Ken Griffey Jr. action shot there of him and his teammates celebrating some sort of victory. They were in this playoffs the previous season of this card, so that may be from the playoff celebration. I'm not sure when the photo was taken, but I think it's a really cool card. Ken Griffey Jr. getting powered upon by his teammates, Walcott and others. I like this Ken Caminiti card. He used to be an Astro, but the reason I like it is on the back. I'm a big fan of the peace sign, either and or rabbit ears. I've been known to do that as a kid and still from time to time today give somebody rabbit ears when they're having their picture taken. I'm guessing that's what happened. Somebody's giving Caminiti the rabbit ears. Or they're saying peace to somebody, or they ordered a number 2. I don't know the story here. I'm guessing rabbit ears, but I like rabbit ears. I like the peace sign. So that made me, I like the picture of that. A lot of people, you know, if you hear somebody talking about Superman, sometimes people say, I am Superman or I am Batman, but until you can get off the ground like this and look laterally like that. So Baerga can make the point that he's Superman. I think that's a great action shot. I believe that's Chipper Jones in the background too, so that's cool. A young Chipper Jones. I love this shot by Jim Thome, Hall of Famer. The reason I like it is a lot of times cars don't feature I call them the 3 amigos, the batter, the catcher, and the umpire, all 3 together. That's cool to me. And I also love the angle. It's down the third base line. It's almost as if you're the third baseman looking in. So I love that shot. The Juan Gonzalez card I like because on the back, not too often do you see somebody get credit for applying the eye black, but that's what's going on here with Juan Gonzalez. Good action shot there. I already mentioned Jim Abbott being inspirational. Here's another inspirational person to me. If you'll notice in the back picture, he's got a helmet on. And also while he's batting, so he's wearing a hard hat on offense and defense. You don't normally see that, but there's a reason why John Olerud done that. He had an aneurysm, brain aneurysm, so it was for his safety. But I always thought that was neat to see John Olerud wear the helmet while playing defense. He was a great first baseman. And this is a unique card. I like the Randy Johnson card. Most people, you know, when they give high fives, they have to reach up to give a high five, but Randy Johnson actually has to reach down to give high fives, so I thought that was neat. I like this card because Kirby Puckett is signing autographs. I love to collect autographs, so this one is him autographing something for a fan, which is cool. The trainers don't get a lot of cards, but here's a unique card. Somebody helping Bernie Williams stretch out. I like sometimes to guess where the card is taking place, and this is obvious for Barry Bonds. The background there is the ivy and Wrigley Field on the wall. So I like that card. We don't see enough cards with the ivy of Wrigley Field. And then I'll close out with this card. It may be my favorite in the whole set. All right, I'm an Auburn fan, so Frank Thomas played at Auburn. But I love this because I think Frank just hit a home run. And he's at Wrigley Field. And he's happy about it. So he's smiling. But then the catcher for the Cubs, he too is smiling. What's going on here? But I love it because I love smiling, and smiling is contagious. So apparently Frank is happy. And he's so happy about his home run that he made the catcher. I don't know if that's Rick Wilkins but whoever it is, the catcher for the Cubs there is smiling. Frank is smiling, and I'm smiling. Hopefully you're smiling, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you for stopping by, watching this, and God bless you, and I hope to see you again somewhere down the road. Have a great day.